Good morning and welcome to Inspire. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I want to start by saying a big thank you. You are the core to who we are and what we do as a company. When it comes to our partners, we believe in two truths. First, we are only successful if you are successful. That means creating new opportunity for you across every sector and every country. And second, we collectively are successful when the world around us is successful. That means every community and country, you are helping small businesses become more productive, multinationals more competitive, nonprofits more impactful, governments more efficient, improving healthcare and educational outcomes, creating new employment opportunities, and much, much more. That's what makes our ecosystem so unique. Over the course of this pandemic, you've done the hard work to help the world use digital technology get through one of the most challenging moments in modern history. The past year, while heartbreaking in many ways, was a catalyst and the beginning of an era of rapid change. We are going through the greatest structural transformation in our economy in a generation. And while we aren't going to be able to predict every tail event or challenge ahead, we know that digital technology will be key to resilience and transformation through whatever may come our way. There is no going back to digital adoption levels of 2 years ago. There's only going forward. And this will require a step function change in the level of tech intensity in the years ahead. Every company will need to be a technology company in their own right. The solution areas you're building upon were uniquely designed for this time, and they are your tools to help people, organizations, and entire industries build their own digital capability. Our ambition is to foster foundational innovation that creates entire ecosystems, even greater than the platforms themselves. That's what the Microsoft Cloud uniquely enables. There is a circuit between Microsoft Cloud and your opportunity as our partners. If you're an Azure partner today, you're a Microsoft Cloud partner. If you're a Microsoft 365 partner, you're a Microsoft Cloud partner. If you're a Dynamics 365 partner, you're a Microsoft Cloud partner. That's because the Microsoft Cloud is the most comprehensive and trusted cloud. No other cloud offers our breadth or our depth. The Microsoft Cloud helps power every organization's digital capability while ensuring their independence and sovereignty over it. No other cloud offers this. And the Microsoft Cloud is built on trust and security, trust in technology, trust in business model alignment. No other cloud offers this. And the Microsoft Cloud offers the best integration across the technology stack while offering openness at every layer of the stack, ultimately improving time to value, reducing costs, increasing agility. No other cloud offers this. Today, I want to talk about these differentiating aspects of the Microsoft Cloud, and I want to talk about how we're going to go even further, introducing new capabilities across our cloud to create entirely new technology categories and opportunities that will be critical to success for every organization. Let's start with the massive changes we're experiencing at the infrastructure layer. Coming out of this pandemic, one thing is clear. Every organization is going to need more ubiquitous and decentralized computing power. We are going through radical changes in the computing architecture across the cloud, the edge, that will impact every business. Nearly 2 billion new connected devices will ship each year by 2023, up more than 50% from today. The data creation at the edge is growing almost as fast as in the cloud. The Microsoft Cloud is the only cloud with the capabilities to support every organization's multi-cloud, hybrid, and edge needs in this environment. We're building the world's computer with more than 60 data center regions, more than any other cloud provider, and we're not stopping there. We're bringing the power of the cloud closer to where the data is generated. Just take what's happening with 5G. The network is getting virtualized, moving to the cloud, as you see with AT&T, which chose Azure to power its core 5G network. We're also taking cloud compute to the edge with 5G deployments, enabling new scenarios like precision inventory tracking at ports and production lines that automatically adjust with demand. From Accenture to ASOC, Salona, Cognizant, HCL, and Tech Mahindra, we are working with partners to deliver these breakthrough capabilities for enterprises at the edge. Our partner, TempNet, is building private mobile networks delivering reliable, secure connectivity to isolated endpoints like container ships and offshore windmills. And in the UK, we're partnering with the city of Milton Keynes to bring low latency compute to an entire stadium, even powering autonomous shuttles within the venue. We have always led in hybrid, and we are expanding our hybrid capabilities so that organizations can seamlessly build, manage, and deploy their applications anywhere. Azure Arc extends the Azure control plane across on-premise, multi-cloud, and the edge. In fact, last month we announced that Azure Application Services can run anywhere with Azure Arc, meaning anyone can take their favorite Azure application services on-premise, on the edge, or the cloud. I can't overemphasize how much of a breakthrough this is for our customers and you as partners. Next, let's talk about the new layer of the infrastructure stack that's getting created as digital and physical worlds converge, the Enterprise Metaverse. This platform layer brings together IoT, digital twins, and mixed reality. With our Metaverse stack, you can start with a digital twin, building a rich digital model of anything physical or logical, whether it's assets, products, or complex environments spanning people, places, things, and their interactions. The digital twin is bound to the physical world in real time, so you can monitor the environment and collaborate within it using mixed reality. You can run simulations, you can apply AI to analyze and predict future states. In fact, Mars and Accenture are using our Metaverse stack to digitize the supply chain and optimize production through complex digital simulations. And in France, public sector officials turned to our partners Cosmotech and SystemX to model and simulate a region's growth. They used Azure Digital Twins along with our data and analytics services to determine where new energy sources should be located and what impact they would have on the region's electrical grid. Now let's turn to data. This is the most strategic asset for every organization, and every business needs to become digitally sovereign over their own data. We are generating data faster than we are able to understand it. From finance and retail to manufacturing and genomics, petabytes of data are being collected and processed each day. In fact, the amount of data created over the next 3 years will be more than the data that was created over the past 30 years. But too much of this data isn't understood. It's relegated to internal and external silos. Every organization now has the opportunity to ensure their own data is being used for their benefit. Too many digital aggregators today have sophisticated game theoretic pricing and bundling strategies where they end up taking your data and charging you to reach your own customers. The Microsoft Cloud is the only cloud that helps you build sovereignty over your own data and your customer relationships. And Azure Synapse is at the core of this. It brings together data integration, data warehousing, and big data analytics, giving you the freedom to query data on your terms at any scale. It doesn't stop there. With Synapse Link, you can even integrate your operational data stores on a real-time basis with your analytics stack. With Azure Machine Learning, you can build advanced AI models to identify trends and predict outcomes. With Synapse and Power BI, an entirely new generation of SaaS applications is being created. A great example of this deep integration is Dynamics 365 Customer Insights and Synapse. Going forward, every business will need to reimagine the entirety of its customer experience. This requires a 360-degree view of your customers with the ability to turn insights into action in real time. All of this means that the Microsoft Cloud has the most differentiated data offerings at every layer, so you can build predictive and analytical applications. And in such a data-rich world, data governance becomes mission critical. With Azure Purview, we offer the most comprehensive data management and governance solution, so you can map all your data no matter where it resides, on-premise, in the cloud, in SaaS applications. In just a few months, customers have used Purview to scan, discover, and classify over 44 billion assets to get a holistic view of their data landscape. The next important consideration of the data stack is rich, powerful AI capabilities. Large-scale models themselves are becoming powerful platforms in their own right. And you see this today with advancements in Azure Cognitive Services and our partnership with OpenAI. They've trained one of the world's most powerful language models, GPT-3, on Azure. Earlier this year, we announced that we are bringing the power of GPT-3 to Power Platform. If you can describe what you want to do in natural language, GPT-3 will generate a list of the most relevant PowerFX formulas for you to choose from. The code writes itself. This is such a game changer, and we've seen so much excitement and reaction from the Power Platform community. And we are now bringing the power of our collaboration with OpenAI to professional developers with GitHub Copilot feature, a new AI pair programmer which helps them write better code. It's fantastic to see how partners are building their own AI capabilities on top of this platform to overcome the enormous challenges we face. When the Suez Canal was blocked earlier this year, our partner Blue Yonder used the Microsoft Cloud and its AI capabilities to help customers adjust their supply chains in real time. Let's roll the video.
In March this year, a vessel Ever Given was stuck in the Suez Canal, and it took about a week for them to actually clear and pass the canal. We were tracking close to 200 containers across 40 vessels, and close to $500 million worth of products were being transported across those containers. So you can imagine a 1-week delay, the disruptions it would have caused. Now, our goal is to help companies understand potential disruptions to their supply chain. It was a prime moment for our application, Luminate Control Tower, to immensely help our customers. Luminate Control Tower, just like an airline control tower, provides 360-degree visibility into a company's supply chain. We use machine learning to correlate the data and the events and start to predict the likelihood of a disruption. We started notifying all our customers through our application itself. And then we started working with these carriers to see if we can get better ETAs, because they know that if shipments are delayed, they can look for alternate locations from which they can move stock, move inventory, and then still satisfy your consumer demand. Control Tower is natively built on Azure. Pretty much all the structural components from ingestion to compute to storage to analytics. We use Azure Event Hub to do our event processing and add data lake for storage. We want to be the engine that's actually powering and helping these customers build autonomous supply chains of the future.
What a great example of a partner using our entire data stack to help customers be resilient in the midst of the most trying of circumstances. Now let's turn to creators and builders. More than ever, the world requires technology advances that radically democratize creation. We need to expand access to skills, tools, and platforms, as well as the connections and collaboration across communities so that everyone can create. Whether it's building a virtual world, students working on an assignment with short-form videos, knowledge workers creating formulas and spreadsheets, pro developers writing code, or domain experts using low-code tools to build applications. And today, I want to specifically talk about developers and their expanding role in our world. We're experiencing a surge of developers across every industry and geography. In fact, the number of developers at non-tech companies has grown faster than at tech companies. Students, teachers, data analysts, and scientists have all seen rapid growth on GitHub over the past year. As every organization looks to build its own digital capability, they need to modernize existing apps, build new apps, and have a standard way of doing both. And we know that application development increasingly is not just about pro developers, but includes domain experts, designers, marketeers, salespeople, customer service, all the other functions working together in these fusion teams. The Microsoft Cloud is the only cloud that provides a developer toolchain for everyone, no matter their technical experience across all platforms, whether it's Azure, Windows, or any other cloud or client platform. From Visual Studio to GitHub, we have the most popular tools to help developers go from idea to code and code to cloud. Visual Studio has more than 25 million monthly active users, and GitHub is now home to nearly 65 million developers who use the platform to write code together. In fact, some of the most groundbreaking technological achievements of the past year were only possible because of the contribution of the open source communities on GitHub. A community of nearly 12,000 developers on GitHub contributed to the software that made the Martian helicopter flight possible. Let's meet one of them.
As a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. The not so fun part about it was I was afraid of heights. I would just say, okay, I'll probably not go up there as astronaut, but I will still be part of the team, right? I think I ended up becoming an engineer because of that. So the thing I like about GitHub is that you share your code. Anyone could read that code, improve that code, and use that code. It's super helpful. Throughout my career, I've created a lot of open source software. One day I ended up fixing a really small bug, completely forgot about it until one day I found out that GitHub has figured out my code contributed to the Mars Ingenuity Helicopter 2020 mission. This is the first controlled flight humankind has done on another planet. A huge engineering feat. And I see, congratulations, you are one of the 12,000 developers who contributed to the mission. I was blown away. It was like a dream from when I was a kid, right? It's so empowering for the entire open source community that if you create more open source, you will create more opportunities. Imagine where your code could end up.
What an awesome example of what developers can achieve together. And our approach goes beyond even pro developers. Just like Office revolutionized productivity gains for knowledge workers, Power Platform is doing the same for domain experts. Power Platform is the next generation business process automation and productivity suite that is being used by nearly 16 million monthly active users. And we are seeing people in every industry build on it and scale their impact. Accenture, Arm, H&M, Robobank, Schlumberger, Telstra, T-Mobile, Toyota North America, Unilever, ZF Group, all have created centers of excellence for Power Platform, with thousands of their employees using our tools to build apps and workflows for everything from COVID-19 screening to product quality control. And partners including Alvanad, Applied Information Sciences, Hitachi, and Capgemini have established dedicated Power Platform practices helping clients address their massive challenges over the past year. EY, for example, developed a repeatable Power Platform solution that helps multiple banks manage the complexity of handling PPP loans. They were able to go from prototype to production in just weeks, and their solution has processed more than 50,000 small business loans totaling over $10 billion. One of the Power Platform examples that inspired me the most over the past year is the story of Rebecca Sackett, who works at a small HVAC company in Houston, Texas. She had no prior app dev experience whatsoever, but she was able to use our cloud to have a tremendous impact at our company. Let's take a look.
My name is Rebecca Sackett. I'm the lead app developer here at Custom Air Product, a full-service HVAC company in Houston, Texas. The units that we build start in fabrication, go to electrical, get painted, and then go to testing, and then to fab final. So it has a lot of moves, and we have 6 different buildings here, and it's moving in all different directions. We had a process, a checklist that was printed, and it was just a mess. So it's like, this isn't working, and that we decided to, let's try it in Power Apps. I actually have no background in IT, but then started in Power Apps, and it just really came natural. It took probably 3 days, and I had my first app. So the Traveler app is to help control the quality of the unit, but also to help it go down the correct path that it needs to go to make sure nothing's done out of order and that nothing is missed. The project manager chooses the steps, and the app automatically going to push them to each step when a person signs off on it. So with the Traveler app, there are probably 12 different apps, and each shop has their own version, but it's just tied to the same data. Project managers can look at any time to see where their unit is. And it added a lot of automation to what was a manual process. We have so much information now with SharePoint and Power Apps and Power BI, and we've now gotten enough data where we know how long it takes to finish this unit so that we can give a customer an accurate timeline. I'm definitely proud. I like showing everybody, and I want everybody to use them.
What an amazing story. I love how Rebecca was able to use our tools to digitally transform their processes. And when we talk about every business having their own digital capability that is uniquely differentiated in the marketplace, that's what our developer toolchain and PaaS services provide. It's not just about any individual scenario. It's about the opportunity to bring together functions across an organization to digitally transform entire processes and create digital feedback loops from operations to customer service. Just like any consumer internet company would. That's what this is about. Just let's take 2 examples. Fusion teams of pro and citizen developers across Coca-Cola United and its partner Happiest Minds used technologies such as Power Automate, Azure Data Factory, Azure DevOps, and Azure SQL to build a solution that automates ordering for new vending machines that the company is rolling out. It's an entirely new approach to how Coca-Cola United manages its supply chain, enabling rapid scale while greatly reducing costs. And Estee Lauder companies, MAC Cosmetics, with our partner Valtech, is using Azure services, including App Insights, Kubernetes, to enable customers to virtually sample and try out products directly from their personal devices or within the store. It's not just a fun new retail experience, but a completely new way to create customer engagement loops and respond to customer demand. I want to turn to one more category of apps that we believe will be increasingly critical to the success of every organization going forward: collaborative applications. We are breaking down the silos between collaboration, communications, and business process to help you create these applications for knowledge and frontline workers. There's an amazing reinforcing circuit between Microsoft Teams, Power Platform, Dynamics 365, and your own applications that no other cloud offers. Think about what you can accomplish when you bring together people, communications, business process, and the impact you can have. A service engineer can fix customer issues faster, adding troubleshooting steps to the customer service case record directly in Teams, for example. Or a sales team member can close deals faster by understanding signals from the marketing department around demand generation. Collaborative apps bring together everything people in organizations want and need to do their job directly in the flow of work. Already we see ISVs, including Adobe, AvePoint, C3.ai, Icertis, and ServiceNow building collaborative apps to deliver rich experiences for their customers. And we're going further with new connected experiences between Dynamics 365 and Teams. Over the past year, these 2 platforms have become increasingly integrated with new features that make it easier to securely access and search for Dynamics 365 records within Teams and to meet, chat, and collaborate within Dynamics 365. Organizations like Rockwell Automation are using these capabilities to enable their sales teams to make smarter decisions faster, providing better customer experiences. Today, I'm excited to share that Teams customers will receive access to Dynamics 365 data within Teams at no extra cost, regardless of whether they're Dynamics 365 licensee. Our ambition is to make it much easier for employees and external parties to share content and information and to create new opportunity for all of you. It's all powered by the Microsoft Cloud, the only cloud for hybrid work. That's what I want to talk about next. How we're unlocking new opportunity for you as the world shifts to hybrid work. When we talk about structural change, hybrid represents the biggest change to the way we work since the adoption of the 9-to-5 workday over a century ago. It'll require a new operating model. We will need to define productivity much more broadly, inclusive of collaboration, learning, and well-being. All this needs to be done with flexibility in when, where, and how people work. In our own research, the majority of the employees say they want more flexible remote work options, but at the same time, they also want more in-person collaboration. This is the hybrid work paradox. Everything from people practices to places to business processes will need to be reimagined. Hybrid work represents an enormous opportunity for all of you as every organization needs digital solutions to keep their people connected and thriving wherever they work from. The Microsoft Cloud is the only cloud that supports everything an organization needs to adapt to this hybrid work. It starts with Teams. Teams has over 145 million daily active users, almost double the number a year ago. It's where people meet, chat, call, collaborate, and automate business processes all within the flow of work. No other solution offers this today. Teams is the future of work. Over the past 18 months, we've introduced more than 300 new features, from new presenter modes that place you right in front of your content to create a stronger connection with your audience, and new Teams rooms, innovations like Front Row, a new meeting layout that makes you feel like everyone is in the room together, and hardware from partners like Poly, Neat, Jabra, Logitech that use AI-powered camera technology to offer video views for remote participants, to fluid components that make it simple to collaborate asynchronously and synchronously across Teams and Microsoft 365. And it extends beyond collaboration to learning. Learning in the flow of work will be critical for every employee's growth and success in the future, where people can work from anywhere. More than ever, people are turning to platforms like LinkedIn Learning to build their knowledge capital and acquire new skills. And they're using new tools like Dynamics 365 guides to access step-by-step instructions on the job and quickly get up to speed. Earlier this year, I virtually visited a Toyota plant in Indiana and met Natalie Strobel, who started on the assembly line and is now a trainer in the plant. She's been using Dynamics 365 guides to help skill a new generation of workers. Let's take a look.
The 4T Academy launched in the fall of 2020. We partnered with 3 local schools to help students learn job skills. We have a skills gap in the area, and to work here, a lot of skill is required. Part of their internship is going to be building vehicles on the line. And so to prepare them, we train them with the HoloLens. With the HoloLens, they can see holographs at the same time that they're seeing the door to show them where to safely put their hands in the door or how to hold the wire or the correct orientation of that part. We're able to show them all of this information more efficiently, quicker. And so I feel like they're able to feel part of the team sooner. When I create a guide or author it, I'll use the HoloLens and move my holographs around. I can change the shape of them, I can change the color, move them in different locations. And then if I want to make changes to my instructions, I just lean over to the laptop and I type in my instruction, and it's all working at the same time, which makes it so efficient and so easy to use. One of the most exciting things with the 4T Academy is that these students will get to stay in their own communities and be successful at a job. They get to move from graduation day, and within a couple of weeks, they have a full-time working position in their own community, which is huge. I really get a kick out of working with people and helping them understand something new. I feel like my entire career was basically me ramping up to be a trainer.
It's fantastic to see how organizations like Toyota are unlocking new levels of productivity and advancing employees' economic and career opportunities with our tools today. And we're going even further, creating a complete new product category to help organizations adapt to this new era of work: employee experience. In hybrid work, it's critical that organizations continue to foster social capital to keep employees connected wherever they are. Knowledge capital, ensuring learning is always happening in the context of your work. And human capital, balancing short-term output with employee well-being. We want to help organizations achieve all this and address the changing employee expectations with our employee experience cloud, Microsoft Viva. Viva brings together communications, learning, well-being, and knowledge directly within the flow of work so that employees have the information, the resources, and support they need to succeed and thrive and stay connected with each other and their company's mission. With Viva, we are creating new opportunity for our partners. We know organizations have made deep technology investments and need a simplified way for their employees to connect to the systems and tools that they already use every day. We're making it easy for you to build integrations and extend your solutions with Viva. And today, we're excited to announce 20 new Viva partners, including Qualtrics, ServiceNow, Workday, building on our existing partnerships with Headspace, SuccessFactors, and many others. Next, let's talk about Windows. With Windows 11, we have a renewed sense of Windows' role in the world. The past year has proven how central the PC is in keeping people and organizations connected, productive, and secure. And with this new generation of Windows, we are reimagining everything from the operating system to the store to unlock new opportunity and build a more open ecosystem for developers and creators. Windows 11 offers personal agency and real choice to users. It's a stage for world's creation, and it's a platform for platform creators. Today, we are continuing this journey and creating a new category with Windows, the Cloud PC. I'm excited to announce Windows 365. With Windows 365, we are making Windows available not just on Windows devices, but any device, harnessing the power of the cloud. This has never been done before. And think about it. Just like applications were brought to the cloud with SaaS, we are now bringing the operating system to the cloud with Windows 365. With Windows 365, the operating system itself becomes hybrid, accessible on the device as well as the cloud. With just a few clicks, you can set up your cloud PC and stream the full Windows experience from the Microsoft Cloud to a personal or a corporate device. It's that straightforward. And you can pick up right where you left off because the state of your cloud PC remains the same even when you switch devices. In this new era of hybrid work, Windows 365 provides organizations, whether they're a business of 1 or 1,000, with greater flexibility and secure way to empower their workforce to be more productive and connected regardless of the location. A great example of how Windows 365 is helping one of the most remote regions in the world, in northern Canada, deliver critical public services. Let's roll the video.
Nunavut is a large and vast territory. It takes about approximately 1/5 the size of Canada. 25 remote communities. They're all fly in. There's no roads between them. Nunavut is 100% reliant on satellite internet. It's much slower. This provides challenges when you're trying to do distance education, when you're trying to run medical equipment. The government of Nunavut is so reliant on contract workers. In order to get them onboarded and get them up and running, we would go and purchase a laptop. We would have to configure the laptop. We would have to get it shipped out to wherever the resource is. Assuming that there's no supply chain issues, that can take upwards of 3 to 4 weeks. With Windows 365, we were able to onboard people within a matter of hours, and we were able to get them up and running, just set up their account. This provides the government of Nunavut with the knowledge that the data is safe and secure on the network. The user has the same experience as they would if they had a government of Nunavut device, but they have the ability of using their own technology that they're comfortable using.
Technology is going to be one of the primary factors that's going to help build sustainable communities so people can continue with their way of life and their heritage, but still have the benefits of healthcare, education, and jobs in technology.
It's awesome to see the impact Windows 365 can have in expanding access to critical services and keeping people connected. All of these attributes of the Microsoft Cloud are fueling digital transformation. If there's one trend that has defined the past year, it's that digital adoption in every industry is being accelerated. Today, we talk about remote learning, remote sales, remote manufacturing. But going forward, it'll just be learning, sales, and manufacturing. To share just a few examples, in healthcare, telehealth is now the expectation for outpatient visits. In manufacturing, nearly all industrial companies are investing in digital factories to enable lights-out manufacturing. In retail, consumers are rapidly changing when and where they buy, embracing new models like curbside pickup and contactless shopping. The Microsoft Cloud is the only cloud with industry and cross-industry solutions that help organizations improve time to value, lower costs, increase agility. Over the past year, we've introduced industry clouds for financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, nonprofits, as well as retail. Our industry clouds are modular, extensible, so that organizations can start with what they need today and adapt as they grow. Partners are key to this approach, and our industry clouds create new opportunities for our partners to build new revenue streams across the value chain. We've seen great momentum from customers and partners over the past few months. Avanade and Finestra in FinServe, Providence, Cleveland Clinic, KPMG, DXC in healthcare, Lids and Newmine in retail, and many, many more. And today, we're announcing a new Microsoft Cloud for sustainability that applies to every industry. Customers, investors, legislators, your own employees are increasingly asking organizations for stronger commitments, greater accountability, and more rapid progress on their carbon reduction efforts. With the Cloud for Sustainability, we are bringing together capabilities across our cloud and creating an entirely new business process category to help every organization address this very urgent need. In the years to come, I believe digital capability building around sustainability will be perhaps as critical for businesses as CRM is for sales and ERP for finance today. Underlying everything, we talked about today is trust. It's the heartbeat of any business. Technology is so integral to our lives, in our society, in our economy, that when it breaks, it's not just about any one technology breaking or one company breaking. It impacts us all. No one wants to build technology that rapidly scales but breaks the world around us. No customer wants to be dependent on a provider that sells them technology on one end and competes with them on the other. And when it comes to cybersecurity, the threat landscape has never been more complex or challenging. We intercepted and thwarted a record 30 billion email threats and 31 billion authentication attacks last year, and are currently tracking 40 plus active nation-state actors and over 140 threat groups. What differentiates our approach is organizing identity, security, compliance, as well as device management in an interdependent whole and extending protection to all data devices, identities, platforms, and clouds. The Microsoft Cloud is the only cloud with best-of-breed and best-of-suite security capabilities. Our ambition is to help every organization adopt a zero-trust architecture while also reducing the complexity, cost, and risk created by stitching together point solutions. We are recognized as a leading vendor in cybersecurity with leadership positions in 5 Gartner MQs and 7 Forrester Waves. More than 400,000 customers use our offerings. And behind each of them are partners helping build, implement, integrate solutions that tighten the customer's security perimeter. To close, I'll end where I started. We want to be the best partner for our partners. What we are witnessing is a generational shift, not just in technology platforms, but in digital adoption curves. We have built the most trusted and comprehensive cloud to translate this structural change into opportunity for you as partners and maximize the value for our mutual customers. That's why I'm very excited about the changes to our marketplace. Today, we are announcing we're reducing our fees from industry standard 20% to 3% for every transactable application published across AppSource and Azure Marketplace. This is our investment in your success, so you can invest more in your business and in your people. When we step back, software and digital technologies represent the most malleable and infinite resource to drive the growth for the world. We've seen how partners across this entire ecosystem are helping customers navigate this rapid change, reimagining how people sample products, processing billions of PPP loans, helping businesses adjust their supply chains, even flying drones on Mars. You have met every challenge and helped others do the same. And it goes beyond that. When we talk about our mission at Microsoft and our role in every country and community in which we operate, we are only successful when we make those countries and communities more successful. In fact, this partner ecosystem, all 400,000 of you, are projected to generate more than 10 million new jobs over the next 4 years alone. And for every dollar Microsoft generates, our partner ecosystem generates nearly 10 more. And most importantly, the work we do together uplifts the communities where we live and work. I want to end by highlighting a partner that exemplifies this very notion. One of our Partner of the Year award winners, UPlanner in Chile, used the Microsoft Cloud to help hundreds of thousands of students in South America continue to learn during the pandemic. So let's roll the video. And I want to thank you all again for all you do for our customers and your communities. Enjoy the rest of Inspire.
En el Perú, lo que ha ocurrido es que el sistema universitario rápidamente ha pasado a esta modalidad de una educación remota de emergencia.
Se iba a paralizar el ciclo. No estábamos preparados. Todo lo hacíamos en forma mecánica y manual. Dije, se paralizó.
En Perú, por ejemplo, ¿cuáles son los grandes desafíos? Necesitaban más que nunca monitorear la deserción, monitorear el aprendizaje en este paso a la virtualidad de un día a otro para que pudieran enfrentar de mucha mejor forma la pandemia. Nosotros creamos UPlanner con toda la tecnología que hay en el ecosistema de Microsoft, utilizando datos y algoritmos para que las instituciones tengan evidencias en la toma de decisiones. Especialmente Power BI, Microsoft Teams y la nube nos permitió pasar de la presencialidad a lo virtual sin tener que mover a nadie de su casa.
Las herramientas tecnológicas que nos ha brindado YouPlanner nos abrió las puertas a preparar a los docentes, a los estudiantes, a tener automáticamente los horarios, los cursos, los sílabos y la interacción entre docente y alumno para que el ciclo académico no se paralice.
La universidad pública y privada no ha parado. Eso ha permitido que más de 300.000 estudiantes puedan continuar llevando adelante sus estudios en medio de esta terrible pandemia.
Muchos de nosotros somos primera generación que estudió en la universidad y sabemos del poder transformador que tiene la educación en la vida de las personas. Creemos que ese poder transformador se puede masificar y globalizar a través de la tecnología.